Now, 6:30 on WKYT this morning. Part of I-75 in Cincinnati is shut down this morning after a deadly collapse of an overpass right down onto the interstate.
Lexington police are looking for a driver they think intentionally crashed into a cyclist.
And a Kentucky lawmaker introduces a controversial proposal that could change privacy rights for students.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Welcome in. It's good to have you with us here on Tuesday, January 20th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Maybe Monday for some of you who had yesterday off.
Yeah, it feels like it anyway, doesn't it? And it doesn't feel like the middle of winter, at least for today. Another nice one to enjoy. Let's check in with Micah, tracking that for us in the First Alert Weather Center. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. It's dry outside once again, and also those temperatures aren't all that bad. Now, that's a bad reading out of Frankfort. It's more like 35. You can see Lexington at 33 degrees. Corbin almost around 40 degrees this morning. Even Jackson there in Breathitt County coming out at 40 to 41 degrees. That is really, really nice this time of year. Well, typically we're in the mid-20s, so we're well ahead of schedule. And look, by the afternoon, we're going to do it all over again. It looks like we're going to get rid of these 50s, though. If we go off into the night, 34, which isn't all that cold, but it doesn't budge too much for tomorrow. And I'll show you how cool we go, because the 50s are going to be long gone in the days to come. I'll show you that coming up.
Micah, thank you. First on WKYT, major developing news out of Cincinnati this morning. That's where an overpass set for demolition has collapsed right down onto I-75 and killed a construction worker.
It happened a little before midnight at the Hopple Street Viaduct. That's in the Camp Washington neighborhood of Cincinnati. Southbound lanes are at a standstill, we understand, this morning. For more on this and the traffic impact it's causing, let's go out to WKYT's Mark Barber at our live desk.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. The Cincinnati city manager says hundreds of tons of concrete crashed down onto I-75 when the overpass collapsed around 10:30 last night. This morning, one man is dead and another is injured. The police chief says a construction worker was crushed to death when the Hopple Street overpass, which is just north of downtown Cincinnati, collapsed onto the southbound lanes of I-75. It took crews about 4 hours to dig the man's body out of the rubble. At this point, the coroner is not identifying him. The police chief says a tractor trailer was driving under the overpass when rubble started raining down. We're told amazingly the truck driver wasn't seriously hurt. According to the city manager, construction crews were working to demolish the Hopple Street overpass when something went wrong and it collapsed.
It's a workplace incident. You've got a lot of heavy equipment in a very, very heavy construction site. Who knows what happened, but we will find out, working internally with respect to our own investigation process, as well as working with the State Department of Transportation.
Now, crews say southbound I-75 and some of the surrounding streets will be closed at least until Wednesday night. Officials tell us drivers should expect to see major traffic trouble as the cleanup and the investigation continues. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Yeah, a lot of work associated with getting that back in order. Thank you very much. And here in Lexington, an overnight crash on I-75 ended with an arrest. That happened around midnight this morning near Newtown Pike, the exit there. Police say a truck towing a utility trailer went off of the road when a car slammed into the back of the trailer. Police arrested the driver of the car. No one was hurt. Also new this morning, Lexington police looking for the people who they say intentionally crashed into a cyclist. That happened around 4:30 this morning at Jennifer Road and Eastland Parkway. Police say a passenger in a white car opened a back door which hit the cyclist as the car passed by. The impact caused the rear passenger window to shatter. The cyclist was not seriously hurt.
Well, a Western Kentucky toddler died after being hit by a train in a very tragic story. Investigators say Trayton Joyner wandered away from his Hopkinsville home and walked to the nearby train tracks. Police say the train conductor saw the boy and sounded the horn, but was unable to stop in time.
We got our EMTs here, obviously, as soon as we possibly could. They administered first aid to the child as soon as they could, and also got him in an ambulance and taken to a local hospital.
Police said at first they didn't know who the boy was. They had to go door to door until they found his family. Neighbors say the boy was with his grandmother. She fell asleep, they say, and the boy followed a dog onto the tracks. New this morning, we are tracking a crime alert in Lexington after a violent overnight robbery. It happened just after midnight off Heartland Parkway near Tates Creek Road. This morning, police are still searching for the attacker. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is live with this Crime Tracker report.
Told the victim was walking into her home here on Ledgebrook Court, which is just off of Heartland Parkway, when a man wearing a mask approached her. Police say they received the call around 12:30 this morning. The victim told officers the man was wearing a white mask, dark hoodie, and was holding a gun while demanding her purse. Police say the suspect then assaulted the woman, punching her in the face and causing multiple lacerations. The victim says he then took her purse and ran off. Now, the victim was treated for her injuries here at the scene. Police are still searching for that suspect. Live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. Lexington police say the man charged in the city's first murder case this year was recently charged with animal cruelty. Court records show Matthew Donahue was charged after police say he put his roommate's dog into a hot oven. That's the same dog that friends of Todd Shoemaker say that he reported missing last week. Police say Shoemaker was stabbed to death Sunday night in his Lamont Drive home by his boyfriend. Donahue is charged with his murder. It's going to be a long road to recovery for a Clark County boy who was dragged by a school bus. The accident happened last week on Clintonville Road near US 60. Family members tell WKYT News that the student spent 4 days at UK Hospital. His relatives say he has cerebral palsy, making his recovery more difficult.
Now you're going to have to start back over, learning to try to walk. It's going to take him, probably a good 6 months or longer. I just hope that he can walk again.
The accident report says the bus driver, Tammy Howard, was distracted at the time of the accident and unaware that the boy was being dragged underneath the bus.
Well, it is a growing problem in Estill County, according to firefighters who say thieves are taking advantage of fire victims. They'll often go to homes damaged by fire and steal electric wiring, copper, anything else that can be salvaged. Firefighters are asking neighbors to be on the lookout after a home is involved in a fire. Investigators think that the thieves are stealing items to sell for drugs. We are learning more about an unusual police chase. 18-year-old Donald Fox is accused of stealing a constable's cruiser before leading police on a chase up and down US 25. They say Fox tried to run over a police officer and was finally tased when police say he jumped out of the cruiser. Fox is a fugitive from Virginia and now being treated at UK Hospital for a collapsed lung.
Now 6:37 on WKYT. Newly proposed legislation would reward Kentucky students for reporting transgender students who use the wrong bathroom. Republican State Senator C.B. Embry sponsors the bill. He told U.S. News and World Report that students using gender-specific bathrooms could win $2,500 if they catch a member of the opposite biological sex in there. The controversial bill is already getting a lot of attention all across the country.
Parents of, say, a 14 or 15-year-old young girl don't want a 17 or 18-year-old biological boy in the bathroom with them. There's a question of privacy.
It further victimizes and marginalizes some of our most vulnerable students. It could ultimately end up increasing suicide rates for transgender youth.
The bill would also allow any student who encountered a student of the opposite biological sex in a school restroom to sue the school if the staff didn't enforce the rule. Senator Embry says no colleagues have backed the legislation so far.
Well, President Barack Obama will deliver his next to last State of the Union address tonight. Experts say the debate over middle-class economics that the president plans to jumpstart tonight is looking critical. Key elements appear to be aimed at driving the 2016 election agenda. His calls for higher taxes on the wealthy, free community college, and expanding paid leave for workers stand little chance of approval.
Well, Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes is creating some mystery this morning by saying that she will run for statewide office this year. That's because she's not saying which office she's going to seek. The former Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate said she's being encouraged to run for governor, attorney general, or to seek re-election as Secretary of State. Grimes said she will file for an office before the January 27th deadline. Time this morning is 6:39 on WKYT.
Let's get a check at traffic, see how things are moving on the roads. Hopefully everything's fine. Not really hearing of anything.
Here's Officer Don. Good morning.
But I have a little debris in the roadway on the inner loop of the circle at Versailles Road. That is in the right lane, probably a tire off a truck or something. So keep that in mind. Hopefully we'll be cleared before too long. But Versailles Road from Woodford County past the airport still looks great. On Leestown Road, a little bit of a slowdown coming up on the circle. That's just through the construction zone. But the circle itself through there looks good. Let's get a look outside. We'll show you what we're talking about as you plan to head out this morning for work or school with a live look around Lexington and Broadway and High Street headed toward downtown. Looks pretty clear. On our Waze map, just some stalled cars, but no wrecks. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Don, thank you very much. And we have a lot more news coming up on WKYT here on your Tuesday morning, January 20th.
Do you pick up every penny you pass? How one man is cashing in on a lifetime of hard work ahead.
And temperatures out at the moment, sitting there in the 30s, even some 40s down toward the south and southeast. One more good-looking day, and not only a good-looking day, but nice feel to it as well before this cold front comes blowing on in here. How low do we go with those temperatures? Well, I'll answer that question coming up.